on this game itself at Newcastle, how do you see Tottenham approaching this game? Because we've spoken before about how they like to pick teams off on the break. Newcastle, you would think, would dominate at home in terms of possession. That may suit Spurs. How do you see it going?
Again, I think that is a matchup that, would probably suit Spurs. Away from home can be a bit more conservative. But I still see Newcastle coming out on top. I still see them having enough. There's frailties within, obviously, Spurs that mean they can see goals, and they are strong, Newcastle at the back. So I'm going to say a home win, 2-0.
Just there's 7 other games for us in the Premier League this weekend due to the FA Cup semi-finals also taking place. So we start with Friday night football. Arsenal leaders still, although they are starting to shake a little bit. They're at home to bottom club Southampton. On paper, very straightforward. Do you think it will be that straightforward?
Yeah, I do. Again, it's a perfect game for Arsenal in regards to the confidence of Southampton. So I expect them to win convincingly. I would say 3-0 to Arsenal.
Then lunchtime kickoff, we have Fulham hosting Leeds. Fulham's season, as we've said a few times recently, just seems to be going completely off the rails, especially with Mitrovic's ban, and they're very inconsistent now, whereas Leeds also inconsistent, but they're not out of this relegation battle yet, and every point's going to be crucial for them. They will be looking at Fulham and thinking it's an opportunity to win. Can they actually get it done?
If there's a team to win, I'd see that happening being Fulham, but I'm going to say a draw. I'm expecting Leeds to be really hard to beat, rather than thinking, let's just go and win this game. I'm thinking you've conceded, 11 goals in 2 games. Let's be really pragmatic in our approach and resilient. So I'm going to say 1-1.
Premier League's form team, Aston Villa, go to Brentford, and Brentford, rewind a month, were in great position for European football, but similar to Fulham, it's maybe just caught up with them a little bit. Their exertions from earlier in the season, still got a very good home record. This will be a tough game for Villa, but their confidence must be sky high at the moment.
Like you said, the informed team for a variety of reasons. Strong defensively, look exciting going forward. Tough game, Brentford, and that, I think their form coincided with the expectation of becoming or being a European team. I think then all of a sudden you're dealing with different mindsets of players, and obviously different mindsets of the opponents as well. There's a lot more respect when you're 12, 13 games unbeaten and potentially going for Europe. But I'm going to say Villa. I'm going to say Villa win this game 2-1. It could easily be that result could even be in reverse. But yeah, I'll go Villa 2-1.
Crystal Palace at home to Everton. Roy Hodgson must be in dreamland. 3 wins from 3 since he came back. A lot of people weren't convinced of that appointment, but he's proved them wrong. Experience coming good, I suppose. Sean Dyche made a good initial impact at Everton. The results have dropped off a little bit. They're still very much in the thick of things with relegation battle. Interesting game, this. How do you see it going?
Yeah, very interesting game. I think the approach will be the same to keep a clean sheet initially and then see what they can build on. But I think Palace's players have a bit more unique and individual quality. So I'm going to say Palace 1-0.
Another team in a surprisingly low position, Leicester, are at home to Wolves. And we talked about Wolves getting themselves into a position where they're very close to kind of kicking clear of this relegation battle, and they'll believe that they can go to a struggling Leicester side and win here. But Leicester, as the games tick along and they're still in this relegation zone, these are the kind of games they really do have to start finding a way to win, aren't they?
Yeah, this is a tough one for Leicester, having to win now. Massive game for Wolves, huge results recently. So game could be anything, but I'm going to go Wolves 2-1.
Final game on Saturday is Liverpool, who are at home to Nottingham Forest, and we've spoken about Forest's trouble away from home. It's finally starting to catch up with them now, and they are starting to look in real danger of dropping back down to the Championship after that good start. And Liverpool, for all their struggles, they're still very hazardy at Anfield.
I don't see this being an issue. Yeah, this is an important game for Forest in regards to, I see them losing. They just can't afford it to be too heavy. Liverpool can dismantle teams in 15 minutes. We've seen it numerous times. But of late, if you stay in the game, and there'll be an expectation at Anfield that Liverpool win. So if Nottingham Forest can stay in the game for longer periods, then that may disrupt the atmosphere. But overall, I see Liverpool winning 3-0.
Bournemouth taking on West Ham, and only Aston Villa have taken more points, I was reading, in this month so far in the Premier League than Bournemouth. It's been a remarkable little run for them, and it looks to maybe got them enough points on the board for safety. Time will tell. West Ham, we always felt like their quality was going to come through and they would get out of this relegation zone.
Yeah, very tight. Bournemouth are probably stronger when they're not expected to win, and I think that is just turning now. I think the expectation, not of them, but the belief of them will be to win. But I think within the bookies and the mindset of the league will be like, oh, Bournemouth will beat West Ham, which I don't think bodes well for them. So I'm going to say West Ham 2-1.